think people watch because you're in it. So, can you come be a part of my video? Hello? Hello? Hello, I'm talking to you. Pajita. Hey, can you come be a part of my video, please? Can you step up? Can you step onto my hand? Thank you! You're gonna come be in my video? But we have to get started. But we really have to get into this. We have a lot to cover today, Pajita. Where are you going? We have a lot to cover today in this video, so if you could be present, I would. Can you be present in the video? Oh, those are lovely wings. You know the underneath of your wings is the same color as my hair? Oh, they're so pretty. Oh my gosh. Oh, you don't say. But we really have to. Do you see the potatoes out? You're just out? You're just gonna roll on out of here? But we have this audience to please. But we have to please. Hello? But we have to please the audience. Our audience wants us. Okay, guys. So, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. Pajita's going to talk this whole video and she just has a lot to say today. We are very passionate. Yeah, we're really passionate about this subject. So today is National Parrot Day! It's National Parrot Day! And in case you didn't know what it's like to have a parrot that talks, it's this all day long. She just talks and talks and talks and interrupts me all the time. Yeah, I can't get a single word out without her speaking over me. So today you're gonna listen to how it's like to have a parrot while you're trying to do something, whether it be working. This is technically my job. I do YouTube and I do get paid, so this is my job, and this is what it's like to try and work when you have a parrot at home that talks and just makes all these noises all day long. So this is just part of the bad, but we're going to get into more bad. I want to get into the cost of owning a parrot. So first we're going to get into the cost of, we're going to do the cost of cages, toys, and the bird. So when you're looking at something like a small parakeet, okay, the cost of your bird is going to be between $30 and $65 if you're looking at a parakeet, okay? That's just a small bird. You think small bird, small everything, I'll be able to get away with it, right? So we're looking at a small bird, a parakeet. You're going to look at the initial cost of your bird is going to be between $35 and $65, depending on where you get it, whether it's hand-fed or whether it's mom-fed. Hand-fed babies do cost more than mom-fed babies because there's more time, energy, and everything else put into it. So then you look at toys. Okay, small birds, small toys, but they add up quick because you got to fill this huge cage. So let's talk about the cage first. So your cage, being a parakeet, you want to be able to let it fly and have a lot of room because they are small birds. They like to flutter, they like to fly. So you're going to want a large cage. So a large cage for a parakeet would set you back about $130. So now we're up to between $130 for the cage and $35 to $65 for the bird. So let's say you pay minimum for the bird, $35. We're already up to $165, okay? So then you want to add in your toys. You're probably going to spend about, I'd say $75 to $100 on toys for a small bird to fill that cage. They're small toys, but you're going to spend a lot of money because you're going to need a lot of toys to fill the cage. So now we're talking $265 to bring one parakeet home. That's not including if you want multiple parakeets, okay? Now we'll get into, you can use that same $130 cage and the same toys for lovebirds, parrotlets. Now we're getting into more expensive birds. Lovebirds can range anywhere from like $100 and some to $200 and some, right? So then you think about parrotlets, same thing, about $100 and some to $200 and some dollars. So now you're up even more money. You're probably up to about $350, maybe $400, depending on the color morph of your bird, and maybe you got a couple more expensive toys because parrotlets and lovebirds have a little bit larger beak than a parakeet, okay? So now let's get into cockatiels. Cockatiels, you're going to spend between $150 to $260 on the bird, okay? And then your toys, you're probably going to spend probably about $150 on toys. And you could probably get away with the same $130 cage because you'd want a big flight cage, right? So now we're up to, at minimum, $430, maximum $540. So you're looking at $1,000 for a cockatiel, okay? So you got to think about all of this cost, this expense, right? So we're just getting into expenses right now. So now let's say you want a bigger bird, a conure, a kayik, okay? Kayaks run about $1,200 nowadays. Conures run between $500 to $700, we'll say, for just a regular green cheek, okay? Just a basic green cheek or sun con, you're looking between $500 and $700. And then your kayaks are going to be about $1,200. Indian ringnecks, about the same thing, like $600, okay? So then you got to think cage for them, you're probably looking at about $200. Toys for them, they have bigger beaks than, oh, we got some poops. Toys for them, this is another thing about owning birds. They just poop all over you. And Pajita's a big bird, so we got big turds. Anyway, so, you know, they've got bigger beaks, so you're looking at bigger toys, so you're probably going to spend about $175, $200 on toys, okay? And then, hi, Jita, can you come over here and say hi, please? They can't even see your face. Ah, ha, 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 ha. So now you're probably looking around $200 or $2,000 to $2,200 for these types of birds. And now let's look into, oh, stop it. What are you doing? So we'll look into bigger birds such as Amazons, which is what Pajita is. African grays, okay? These birds run from $2,200 all the way up to, I've seen African grays up to $5,000 now, okay? So that's just the bird. And then a cage for somebody like these guys, you're looking at a minimum of $450, okay? Minimum $450. And then you got to think toys. Look at how large her beak is. She's a toy destroyer. Yeah. So she's going to destroy those toys really quickly, okay? So we got to think big beak, big toys. So each toy is going to run you back about $20 to $50, okay? So depending on whether your bird likes wood or these shreddable toys, something like these in a bigger size, obviously. But just depending on what kind, you want a variety. Then you got to think like perches are included in toys, things like that. So you're probably looking at about $300 to give toys to a bird like this. So now you're looking at close to $7,000 if you get a $5,000 bird, or I don't know, at least $6,000 if you get a bird like her. You're probably in at least like minimum $4,000, okay? So then you think, okay, well, that's not good enough. Let's get a cockatoo, okay? Which, by the way, are wood chippers. Like, they just destroy toys. So, you're going to want a lot of toys, a lot of wood toys, a lot of foraging things, because cockatoos have very large beaks. They go through toys like that. Okay, so you're going to look at about $450 for toys for cockatoo. Now, you're thinking cage, right? You need a bigger cage than something like an Amazon because cockatoos are big, right? So you're probably thinking you got around like $600 in a cage, maybe $800 and $900 in a cage. And then the bird itself, you're looking at about $3,000 to, what was that? You sounded like a rubber duck. That sounds like a rubber duck. You sound like a duck. Me too. To about $5,000, okay? And those are just like regular umbrella cockatoos, Moluccan cockatoos, Goffin's cockatoos, lesser sulfur crested cockatoos. My bird is now a duck. Or a turkey, I don't know. This, again, another weird thing about owning birds. So you're up like 10 grand at this point. You're stuck in my hair. Ow! Your beak is sharp. Please don't do that. And you get bit. That's a lot. But this is literally just expenses. We're just talking expenses today. We'll get into other things tomorrow. But we're just talking expenses today, okay? So these are just initial setups. And then you think macaw, you're just even getting bigger with macaws because macaws can go up to like 8 grand. And that's like if you don't get something crazy. Now let's get into, I have 15 birds, okay? I share my house with 15 birds. So imagine this times 15, okay? So my house is a little crazy most days. Now, that haul that I posted with all of the bird food and things like that, just a couple treats, some bowls, and just a few toys, right? So I did get a couple other things after that. So I got this little treat thing for my birds. And then I had to get poop remover spray. And then I got this food here is called Tropican. These were $10 a piece. So let's just go through the list of what I spend on a monthly basis. And this is literally just on, so I have to replace my birds' toys every year. And I swap them out in their cage every month so they don't get bored. So Pajita's toys will go to another bird. Those birds' toys will go to another bird. So I cycle them out so they don't get bored. And then I replace all those toys at the end of the year around Christmas time. So these couple toys that I got I just get like 1 or 2 every month. And then at Christmas time, I just basically go ham and get a bunch of toys. But let's just go over what that haul cost me, okay? And this is something I do every month. And this is just pelleted foods and seed foods, basic cleaners, and a couple treats and toys, okay? This has nothing to do with the fresh foods that I have to get. The fresh foods I have to get, play stands, things like that, okay? So the bowls that I got, $3.99 each. I got 2 of them. I got a couple toys. One was $3.79, one was $3.95, one was $4.29, one was $5.95, one was $4.99. Okay? Then I got 2 perches. One was $8.19, one was $8.89. Then I got this poop remover spray that I just showed you. That was $16.49, okay? I got that little treat I showed you, $1.59, okay? I got 2 things of millet. One was a bigger thing for $3.44. One was a smaller thing for $2.83, okay? Then we'll get into pellets. I got 2 bags of parakeet pellets for $8.79, 2 bags of big bird food pellets for $15.99, and I like to give them a variety, so this is not, I got a ton of pellets. And then I got parakeet seed. One was $6.99, one was $6.99, so I got 2. Then I got another parakeet seed for $5.99. Then I got Rowdy Bush, which is her favorite food, $15.99. Harrison's food, $34.99. I got Zupreme, multiple different Zupremes. One was $9.99, another one for $9.99, one for $13.99, one for $12.99, one for $16.99, one for $18.99, another one for $13.99, and then I got a treat for $4.95, Nutriberries for $6.59, and 3 of those bags of Tropican pellets that I just showed you for $9.99 each. So add that all together. Those prices don't seem high, right? Like $9.99, okay, cool. Couple dollars for a toy, all right, cool. But you add all of that together, I spend this every month, $331.33, okay? And that's just an estimate. Sometimes I get more, sometimes I get less, but we'll say $300. We'll call it an even $300 every month, okay? $300 for 15 parrots just to feed them. Just to feed them, okay? So you think it's a very expensive thing, okay? And this is, like I said, this video is literally just on expense because there's so many other things that I need to get into, but the expense is crazy. So you need good foods, good pellets, good seeds as treats. You need a couple other treats. You need tons of toys. You need a big, huge cage so your bird has enough space to spread its wings and fly. And then you need play stands because your bird can't be in its cage all day long. It's got to come out. It can't just sit on you all day long. What if you're in the middle of doing something? You got to have a play stand, right? Play stand. More toys for your play stand, okay? That was something I didn't even get into in the initial cost. I just got into the absolute basics, okay? So owning birds is not cheap. People who think that it is just, I don't know, we'll just get a small cage, something it fits in, throw a toy or two in, and give it some peanuts. It is not like that at all, okay? It is an expensive, expensive pet to own, okay? And Pajita obviously says that you're a turkey if you get a bird and think that you can, if you get a bird and think that you can just get away with giving it a couple peanuts, Pajita's telling you right now, you're just a big old turkey. See, I'm just a big old turkey. And I know that this is super annoying throughout this whole video to have Pajita on my back screaming and sounding like a turkey. But I just needed to add in one more thing as to, you just have to enjoy this. If you don't enjoy this, parrots aren't for you. To me, I think this is just the most hilarious, funny thing ever. But it does get obnoxious, I'll tell you. If I'm trying to talk to somebody on the phone, this in the background, for hours, it can get pretty obnoxious. You're trying to watch a TV show and you hear her sound like a little turkey, it can get obnoxious. But anyway, so yeah, this was just cost. I wanted to get into initial cost of birds, and I'm getting pretty brutal with this, and I apologize if it comes off very rude, but I just want people to know that birds are not disposable animals. These guys live for over 80 years for big birds, okay? So she could live between 50 and 80 years. My cockatoo can live up to 80 years, okay? Pajita right now is 24 years old, okay? She's 24 years old. She has been on this earth for a year longer than I have. I'm only 23. So she's been on this earth for a year longer than I have, okay? Nala is 27, almost 28. So she's been on this earth for almost 5 more years than me, okay? They live forever, so you have to have a plan. And it is a lifelong commitment. You get one bird, you're in it for life. Smaller birds, budgies, people think that budgies are just throwaway birds. That is such a lie. They can live up to 15 years with proper care. So that is also a lifetime commitment. That's not just get your kid a budgie and hope that it dies before your kid moves out and goes to college or gets a life of their own. They live for 15 years. Cockatiels can live up to 30-some years. I've seen cockatiels that are 32 years old. Yeah, it's crazy. But anyway, we'll get into another video tomorrow. I probably won't sound so rude in tomorrow's video. But I just really wanted to get into, they are super expensive, and it drives me nuts when people think that they can just get away with buying these cheap things for birds. They're very expensive pets. They're not even pets at that point. They're literally children. Like, you expect to spend the same on a parrot that you would a child if you had a baby. So if you can't afford to have a baby, you can't afford to have a parrot. Yeah. And again, I'm sorry that my bird is just in the background sounding like a turkey, but I just wanted to show you guys how crazy it is when you know, everybody wants a talking parrot, but they don't shut up. They don't ever stop. This is 24/7. Okay, Pajita, are you ready to end this video? I know you're trying to get over there. Yeah, you see the pellets. I know it's time to eat. Okay. Thank you guys for watching this video. Pajita says, peace out, Girl Scout. We will see you tomorrow, or at least I will. Pajita won't be there. I will have Pajita in another room hanging out, because You either stole the show or made everybody mad. I don't know what to tell you. They either hate you or love you. I guess we'll find out soon enough. But look at how cute. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. I will see you tomorrow. Bye!